from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, April 13th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Hazleton City Police still want to know what started a March fire that killed a man. 58-year-old Gordon Wanzer died in the rooming house fire on Mine Street downtown on March 8th. 10 people were also displaced. No cause has been determined. Police Chief Jerry Speziale said the investigation is a coordinated effort among city police, Luzerne County detectives, the DA's office, state police, fire marshals, and the federal ATF. But at this point, he did not speculate on a cause. 10 people are now facing drug charges after state police uncovered a large-scale methamphetamine trafficking organization primarily in Schuylkill County. PSP and the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office have been investigating this case since the fall of 2015. A list of those charged are up on your screen now. According to police, the suspects of this investigation arranged for the delivery of methamphetamines from individuals operating out of San Diego, California to Schuylkill County. 14 court-authorized search and seizure warrants were issued on April 9th. Police uncovered 9 1/4 pounds of methamphetamine, 1/2 pound of marijuana, 72 guns, 9 pipe bombs, and over $100,000 in cash. 10 people are facing charges. However, 3 of them remain at large. 3 additional people have active summons against them for the lesser misdemeanor charges. A Wilkes-Barre police officer and one-time security chief at Wilkes University was charged with child endangerment and indecent assault of an 8-year-old girl. 77-year-old Gerald Kukas admitted during an interview last week that he put his hands down the back of a girl's pants and squeezed and massaged her buttocks. He said he did it because he believed he was doing the child a favor and, quote, thought she liked it. He was charged with indecent assault of a child under the age of 13 and endangering the welfare of children. He was arraigned Monday evening before District Judge John Hassay in Chickashinny and was released on $25,000 bail. Kukas was hired unanimously by the school board as a security greeter at Solomon Plains Junior High School in 2013. The girl herself described the incident as a soft spanking. Her mother told investigators that she saw Kukas place both of his hands under the victim's pants and spank her buttocks. Kukas admitted it and said he'd done it so before, but denied ever touching her genitals. A man wanted was arrested for causing a disturbance while they were conducting a traffic stop around 2:30 in the morning on April 9th. 20-year-old Wellington Have Marte Ramirez was arrested on April 12th and was charged with failure of disorderly person to disperse, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. According to police, they pulled over a driver who possessed a junior driver's license and was unable to lawfully operate the vehicle at that time of night. While a tow company came to remove the vehicle from the roadway, a group of people began to act disorderly and shouting, all while ignoring commands from police. Ramirez fled from police during that time. He is behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison tonight. Bail was set at $20,000 straight cash by Magisterial District Judge James Dixon. The Tamaqua Area School District softball field was vandalized sometime overnight. Now those in charge of the field are hoping to find those involved. It was just last night when the Tamaqua Lady Raiders took on the Lehighton Lady Indians on their home field. The sun was shining and the grass was bright and green in the outfield, but now that grass has been destroyed thanks to a person or persons who took a joyride on the field, tearing up parts of it with their tires. This morning, Kyle Dunkenberger, the supervisor for grounds and facilities at Tamaqua Area, headed up to the field, and when he got there, he discovered the vandalism. There are gates around the softball and baseball fields. However, Dunkelberger said there is only so much they can do security-wise.
You can only do so much. If someone wants to vandalize, they will vandalize. In our hearts, at least, we try to stop it, but you can't stop everything. We try our best, and it's all we can do. People will vandalize.
And with the gates around the field, there are also security cameras. However, there is no indication that the suspect or suspects were caught on camera.
Many security systems in the school, around the school, you cannot watch everything though. I mean, you cannot have guards up here, you cannot have cameras up here, it does stop at some point. There's not a big pile of money going around. You can only do so much with security.
Grounds and facility workers worked on the field today, planting more grass and fixing it up for the girls. Although there is no game today, the girls will be out practicing on the field, preparing for their next matchup. No word on how much the damage will cost to repair it, but as Dunkelberger says, the show must go on and the field has to be fixed.
Please go let the law enforcement know. And my opinion, Tamaqua has a lot of pride. Tamaqua has a lot of good people. I would doubt any of our citizens would do this. I really think Tamaqua loves some of the changes they have been seeing up here with some of our fields. So in my opinion, I couldn't see any of us from Tamaqua wanting to do damage to our own field.
A $250 cash reward is being offered by the Tamaqua Area Crime Watch Group for information that leads to the conviction of the person or persons involved. Anyone with information can call the Tamaqua Police Department at 570-668-5000. An SUV slammed through the front window of a Jenkins Township home just after 10 o'clock this morning. The accident happened at the intersection of South Main and Yatesville Road. Concrete barriers were placed outside of the home a while ago, but the impact from the SUV launched it through the front of the home. The SUV went straight through the front bay window and ended up in the living room. The man who was home at the time, along with the driver of that SUV, were both okay. Last night, the Borough of McAdoo voted to table liability insurance for the borough's playgrounds. The topic was tabled because of safety concerns about a sliding board in Veterans Memorial Park. The borough recently switched insurance providers. The new insurance evaluated the slide and said it needed improvements in order to be up to code. The borough then made the improvements to the slide, but the company is still saying it is not safe and refuses to insure the slide. The company will insure everything in all of the parks except the sliding board. The borough now has to contact the insurance company and decide whether if it wants to take down the slide or get a new, safer slide. That is approved by the insurance company. The borough will hold a special meeting in the near future once they talk to the insurance company. St. Casimir's Church in Freeland is coming down. The church was built in the 1880s, and now the old church on Ridge Street is being demolished by the borough. The parish was combined with several others over 10 years ago, and the borough bought the building from the Diocese of Scranton for just $1. It decided to turn the lot on which the church stands into green space. A parishioner we spoke with this afternoon told us that he has a long family history with the church.
Mother's parents, actually my mother and father, and the offspring, which is me, and my children, so we're talking generations that have been here from the early part of the 20th century, I guess. It was built in 1886. I was here when they celebrated the 100th anniversary. Father Griskiewicz was the priest here at that time, and we had our big blowout here on the picnic grounds, which are right over there on the corner. It's all consolidated now into what's known, well, it's originally St. Anne's Church over on Center Street. It's now called the Immaculate Conception Parish in Freeland.
The old church is expected to be gone by next week. The state Senate has passed legalizing medical marijuana legislation for the second time in 11 months. The vote was 42-7. It made some minor changes in the House bill, meaning it will have to go back to the House for concurrence on those changes, then head to Governor Tom Wolf. He's already said he'll sign it. It's probably more appropriate to call it a medical cannabis bill, as it legalizes marijuana in several forms, pill, oil, or liquid. But it would not legalize smoking it in any form. It does not legalize growing it on your own either. Time now for a first look at our forecast. The sun seems like it will continue to shine down on us through the ending part of this week and into the weekend. Gary Perna is back in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik tonight. Is in the Weather Center with all the details. Gary?
Well, Ann, you're right. That sun's going to stay out all weekend into the weekend, and we've been talking about it since Monday, about how this weekend is shaping up and not looking too bad across the nation. In the past 24 hours, not too bad. 54 up in Boston. We've had 73 out in Great Falls, 70 in Boise, 76 down in Houston, New York City coming at 58. So what does the 7-day forecast have in store for us? And is there any rain in the forecast coming up? We'll tell you all about it in just a couple of minutes. Ann?
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, it's political season here in Pennsylvania, and the primary is just under 2 weeks away. Find out what WYLN is doing to keep you up to date and informed on those candidates. Plus, it's Autism Awareness Month, and it continues with co-founder of SAFE, George Shady, here on WYLN. Stay tuned. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Welcome to the Extreme, the place where the greatest strength is your amazing enthusiasm, where there's nothing more explosive than the sound of your applause. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey presents Circus Extreme. Get ready for the greatest show on earth. Dare to experience Circus Extreme. Kids tickets are $10, playing April 28th through May 1st at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Glenn Geisinger is a proven conservative running for Congress. Glenn Geisinger is a veteran of the 82nd Airborne Division who will keep our country safe. Glenn Geisinger is a small businessman who wants our economy to work for everyone. Glenn Geisinger is pro-life and pro-Second Amendment. Glenn Geisinger will find common sense answers to problems holding back our country. For principled leadership and conservative solutions, vote Glenn Geisinger on Tuesday, April 26th.
This is Glenn Geisinger, and I approve this message.
WYLN is pleased to announce that we will be hosting a live primary Republican debate for the 17th Congressional District. Currently, Matt Cartwright holds that seat in Washington, but his seat is up. Republicans Matt Connolly and Glenn Geisinger will go head-to-head in the debate to claim the spot on the Republican ticket. The debate will be live on WYLN this Monday, April 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. Topic A host Gary Perna will moderate, and host of WYLN's The Storm, Tiffany Cloud, and LULAC political editor David Yonkai will be among the panelists asking questions. The winner of this April 26th primary will face off against Cartwright in the general election this November. Stay tuned to WYLN for more updates on this upcoming debate. Exactly 2 weeks, there will be an election here in Pennsylvania, and WYLN will once again be bringing you all the information you need during our election night coverage. Races from presidential to Pennsylvania Attorney General and the 17th Congressional District candidates to the Pennsylvania Senate will all be discussed. WYLN will have the most experienced political analysis in studio on election night, including some old friends and some new faces. Live election night coverage starts at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, April 26th, here on WYLN. Coming up next, Gary Perna is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, we'll hear from George Shady, co-founder of SAFE, supporting autism and families everywhere as Autism Awareness Month continues. Stay tuned.
Mary's dress waves like emergency dancers.
On April 23rd, the LC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances, and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
Not a bad day out there today, and you know, this week is just progressively getting better and better and better. We're here on Wednesday, and already the sun is shining. It's a lot warmer than it was on Monday, and it got gradually warmer from yesterday, so not too bad. Out there across the nation, not looking too bad either. 46 in Boston, we got 61 in Raleigh, 83 down in Miami. So the temperatures across the nation are rising. The lowest are about in the 50s, low 50s, but you know what? Hey, we will take it. Now across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania the past 24 hours, it's been 50 in Wilkes-Barre, 54 out in Williamsport, 52 in Hazleton, not looking too bad here during this 5 o'clock hour. The low temperatures, it got pretty cool last night. We had some 28s, 27, even 31 up in Wilkes-Barre. So overnight temperatures, like I said yesterday, are going to continue to be, you know, into the 30s, maybe below or right around freezing. But the daytime temperatures are going to be one of the greatest we're going to see in a while. Live Doppler radar showing nothing out there, which, hey, we will take that. A nice clear sky out there throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. Currently, it is 52 in Hazleton. We had no rain today. That's a great thing. The wind has been coming out of the west-northwest about anywhere from 3 to 5 miles per hour, not looking too bad. Up in the Wyoming Valley, not too bad either, holding 50s, 48, 49 some locations. So Wyoming Valley seeing a good day as well. Currently across the Commonwealth, not looking too bad as we are starting to get to the sunset hours where the temperature is starting to get a little cooler, but not too bad. Precipitation and out there, nothing, okay, over the next 48 hours, and hey, we will take that. So tonight, if you're traveling somewhere, 28 is a low in Wilkes-Barre, well, about 28, 29 here in Hazleton, 30 in Mount Pocono, 34 down in Allentown. Tomorrow, we're out traveling, going to work, or even coming home from work in the afternoon, 59 in Wilkes-Barre, about 58 here in Hazleton, 61 out in Selinsgrove. And the temperatures for the next few days, not looking too bad. We'll get down to the 30s overnight. We'll see up into the 40s, 50s for the next couple of days, but nothing really too major through Friday. Your 7-day forecast here in WYLN, not looking too bad either. We got Thursday and Friday to get through before we get to this great-looking weekend. And we'll call it partly cloudy over Friday and Saturday. The weekends, 63 and 69, looking at a great weekend to be out there and having fun. Your daytime lottery numbers, your pick 2, 6, 5, your pick 3, 1, 5, 1, your pick 4, 8, 4, 9, 3, your pick 5, 3, 3, 2, 6, and your treasure hunt 5, 10, 12, 19, and 23. Stay with us. More news is headed your way right after this.
You deserve to look your best.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held Saturday, April 23rd, live from the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton and broadcast on WYLN TV 35. Enjoy local and regional entertainment all day Saturday from noon until 11 p.m. The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon live from the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back here to WYLN News. April is Autism Awareness Month, and I thought who better to bring in than the president and co-founder of SAFE, which is here in Luzerne County, but known across the world. Autism is important to you also because your son also has autism, Alex, who we'll be talking to later this month. But tell us a little bit about SAFE and why you felt the need was here in Luzerne County.
Well, back about 22 years ago when Alex was first diagnosed, there was nothing. The only kind of help that we would get, we were told to have him institutionalized because he had self-injurious behaviors, and he was speaking at one time, but then he lost his ability to speak. And we looked around and there was nothing there, so we decided we're going to do something about it. And through your boss, the Ganses, we established some programs, and they took off locally, then they took off statewide, and they took off internationally. And we raised a lot of money locally, almost $400,000 back then, to be able to do these programs and prove to the state that they worked. And it was a behavioral program, a behavior analysis, where children are given rewards for doing certain things. And that's been the keystone of what we've done over the years, and we continue to promote those programs.
Let's talk about the programs. 20 plus years, you see where it is now. What kind of programs are offered by SAFE for the families of not only northeastern Pennsylvania, but as you said, worldwide?
Well, what our policy has been over the years is that we don't want to develop programs in terms of being an institution and then offering those. What we have done over the years is we've shown the institutions, we've shown the education system what works, and we've helped them develop their programs because they're better equipped and they have established methods and they have established personnel. So they have taken over these programs that we've brought into the area.
And talking about starting up programs, we were just talking earlier before the shoot here today that you've gone overseas to help other programs begin.
We would hold international conferences. We did that in early 2002 and 2003, and we had people come from Europe. We had people from England. We've had people from Ireland, and we reached out to them. I actually helped 2 schools in Ireland get set up several years ago, and that was at a time when those countries were having difficulties having their agencies recognize the disability of autism, and they were stuck to their old ways, which was basically institutionalizing. We changed all that.
Well, having so many families come through SAFE and speak to you over the years, what is it that you'd like to say to families who are just finding out that their children are on the autism spectrum? What could you say to them?
Contact SAFE, and we'll show you what works. There are a lot of different therapies out there. There's a lot of things that you can do to make your child comfortable, to make your child learn, to make your child progress. But the keystone of any program has to be what's called applied behavior analysis, this positive reinforcement program. And it has to be consistent. It has to be consistent in school, has to be consistent at home, and it has to be consistent in social environments also. So as long as you adhere to the principles of behaviorism and the applied behavior analysis, your child, any child, no matter how severe, will make substantial progress over time.
Well, thank you so much for what you've done, and of course the Gans family for starting SAFE here in our area and allowing so many families to be a part of this growing establishment here in Luzerne County. So thank you so much, and I know we'll continue promoting Autism Awareness Month because it is April, but it's all year round, especially for parents like you, so they can reach out to SAFE and talk to you because you've been through this, and it's something that's really great for our area. So thank you once again.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned. More news is coming your way here on WYLN.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud, host of The Storm on WYLN TV 35. Election season's coming. We are the Hazleton-based television station with truly substantive political talk. Often The Storm is a candidate's first stop when running for political office. And if candidates want to win, they come on The Storm and advertise in WYLN TV 35 programming, which airs across northeastern Pennsylvania, the most expansive viewing area by far of any Hazleton-based TV station. WYLN TV 35. We are your stop for the best political talk.
Welcome to WYLN Sports. I'm John Eric Polite in for Eric DeBaradinas. Bloomsburg football has always been a well-known program. Throughout the years, they've produced some of the country's top players. The team's maroon and gold game will be this Saturday, and the Huskies just made a big decision before the game. Bloomsburg University must say goodbye to their all-time leading passer in Tim Kelly. Now the question becomes, who's next to replace the standout quarterback? There was a competition at one point to see who would be the next starting quarterback for Bloomsburg, but that competition is now over.
Chris has really taken on the role as the starter. I think he has a great grasp of the system, and he's got a strong arm, and I think he's waited his turn. So I think he's excited about the opportunity to take the reins of the offense.
I think it's an everyday thing. You got to come out here and get better every day, try and make your teammates better, and it just, by doing that, it'll just, the competition will get tougher, and it'll just make everyone obviously better.
There is still going to be a quarterback competition going on for the backup position. Former Crestwood standout Jay Popson is looking to win the backup position over Duffy Gilroy, and he knows it's him versus the playbook.
Well, my biggest thing was the playbook. That's the one thing they had above me was experience, so I've been studying my playbook as hard as I can.
With Paul Binsky as a starter and Popson and Gilroy battling it out for the second spot, Bloomsburg head coach Paul Dara is happy with the depth he has at the quarterback position.
Have that kind of depth at that important position, so we're excited to have those guys. They're having a great spring, and we're looking forward to the fall.
Last night, Crestwood was the place to be for high school sports, as both lacrosse and volleyball were in action. Let's go to lacrosse, as defending district champs were hosting Sean Rollins' Wyoming area Warriors. Crestwood led 10-4 at the half, and they picked up right where they left off as Tanner Kalu almost goes all the way, but dumps it off to Zach Anderson, who gets the goal. Then from the X, Anderson gets low and takes it himself for the goal, and the Comets look good to start off the season with a 14-4 victory. Now let's go indoors to boys volleyball as Crestwood goes up against undefeated Delaware Valley. Crestwood is down 2 sets, and at set point in the third, it's the Warriors who even it up at 24. The Comets' Noah Jackson showcases the hops, but it's not enough as the Warriors get the sweep and remain unbeaten. Final score 25-19, 25-20, and 28-26. I made sure that I wore my gold today, just like several athletes will be doing in order to honor Kobe Bryant. Tonight at 10:30 is the final game for the Laker great. Bryant will retire as the third leading scorer in NBA history. In-day baseball action, the Rail Riders topped the Paw Sox 4-0, and the Iron Pigs lost a close one 7-6. Stay tuned. Up next, Gary Perna is in with the final look at our forecast.
Mary's dress waves like emergency dancers.
On April 23rd, the Alice Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances, and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. We've given Dr. John the week off, but Dr. Stacy has brought Michelle, a very positive young woman who, in spite of having 2 car accidents, fibromyalgia, and migraines, has found that she's having many more good days thanks to good chiropractic care. Her story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
We take a look there at tomorrow's high temperatures. Not too bad, 59 in Wilkes-Barre, 58, but here in Hazleton, 61 out in Williamsport. So we're gradually getting warmer and warmer as we get towards that weekend. And, this Wednesday wasn't too bad temperature-wise. So temperatures through the next 48 hours not looking too bad. 30s overnight. Get close to freezing some nights, but nothing too major, no concerns, no rain in the forecast for the next 7 days. And your 7-day forecast here in WYLN is looking pretty good for Thursday and Friday. Not too bad, 57 and 60. Saturday and Sunday, 63 and 69. We're going to call it sunny. It's going to be a great day to be out. And as we get ready to head back into the work week, not looking too bad either. It's 60s for the rest of the week. So guys, not looking too bad. I think we're all excited for the Saturday and Sunday so we can get outside and enjoy this nice weather.
I could not agree with you more, Gary, and that is pretty exciting to see those spring temperatures finally get here. And to think that you were, checking out some football players, you're rushing the season.
Yeah, I know, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but you know, the beginning of football season is warm, so maybe us covering the football will transition to the warm weather.
You know what? I like the way you think, John. We'll take it for now, but hopefully that 7-day forecast stays the same and we'll see the sun for quite a long time. Have a good night, everyone.